Hey guys, and welcome to episode 18 of our Flagon Slayers campaign. I've got a couple things to say before we start this episode. So in this episode I'm on a family vacation, and it's a little bit shorter, not just because of that, but because we weren't all completely prepared for the night. But with that being said, it is still a good episode. Now before we get into it, we actually had an episode before this one that ended up getting, either corrupted or didn't download correctly before I went on my family vacation. It's not a big deal though. It wasn't a huge episode, and it really was just kind of a very talky, shopping type of episode, which in my opinion aren't the most fun to watch anyways, but I will explain what happened in that episode just so we can get caught up. So I was actually able to take notes on this episode before I didn't download it, or it got deleted from Twitch, or it got corrupted, whatever it was. So I do have that in front of me, and I'll just go over everything that happened in that episode just so we can catch you up before going into this new episode. So the first thing that happens, last episode we had Animas, which is my character. He had just completed the first step of the Aramente up for the Earth Ashari, and he's coming back down to the small village that had gotten attacked by gnolls, and they had just saved them. So upon coming into the village, I had met up back with the group, and we had also told the mayor, Gustav, about the Gnoll army and how they moved up north towards the mountains. After that, we thank him for all of his hospitality, as he also thanked us for helping rebuild the town a little bit. As my character had been gone, the rest of them had stayed there and helped put out the fires, rebuild some of the stuff, get them to a place where they can start rebuilding the town and stuff like that. And then we headed out. So we all kind of agreed that instead of going through another travel montage that would take a whole episode, Jacob just jumped a 2-week gap. So it only took us like 5 minutes to discuss okay, so we traveled for 2 weeks and now we're outside Emon. So we had arrived at Emon, and we entered Emon after camping outside because the gates were closed the night before. And upon going inside, we had kind of walked into a big shopping center, and everyone kind of went off and did their own thing. What I bought that I remember is a diamond that's worth 1,000 gold. I need it for a spell. I haven't used it yet, but I do need it for a spell at some point. With that, we also had Thea and Anzu walk into a shop to get some clothes made for themselves. After that, me and Braun had been watching two dwarf brothers kind of outside their smith shop that were connected, but also were different shops. One was an armory and one was a weaponsmith, and it was like a kind of a fun situation where they were both looking at each other with complete disgust for one another, but at the same time they were kind of battling out for who was the better of the smiths. So me and Braun walk in there, and Thea ends up joining us. Overall, Mori and Tori, these two dwarf brothers, have this feud going on who's the better smith. One's an armor smith, one's a weaponsmith. So basically, I ended up buying 10 throwing knives from this place. So after I bought the knives, Mori put a set of armor onto Braun, and Mori and Tori got in an argument and saying whose was better. So we went outside and we tested the knives that I had just bought from Tori against the armor that Mori had made that is sitting on Braun. Now, this was probably the most entertaining part of the episodes, because basically you just saw me throw a bunch of knives at Braun. I ended up hitting him a couple times, and the knives ended up winning against the armor. But in good spirits, they both gave us discounts on the whole shop for one piece of equipment whenever we want to come back. I don't think we've used it yet, but I think Abby was thinking about buying something as Thea. So going forward from there, we all kind of went back outside and joined the rest of the group. Now, Anzu and Zygon had been outside kind of just chilling, waiting for us to come out, and Locknar had ended up leaving and going to find a bar. So now it was time for us to go out and find Locknar. This was probably the biggest part of the episode because it came into what this episode you guys are going to watch is. Basically, we go off and we find Locknar in a bar, and he's talking to this guy about fighting and putting bets on a fight that night. So Locknar was going to fight that night at a place called The Pit, and the bartender basically was going to show us where to go that night because he had put a bet down on Locknar that he would win. So we all followed that night to The Pit, and that's actually where we pick up this episode. Just before that, everyone had kind of put bets down. I'm pretty sure I put 500 gold down on Locknar. So that's where we're going to start this episode. Locknar fighting some people in The Pit. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Sorry that you couldn't see previous episode, but I promise you really did not miss that much. But biggest thing is that we are in Emon now. We did travel to Emon. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
But in case you missed last week, the party did a little time skip of about 2 weeks and arrived in Emon. They visited some of the local shops, got to know some of the local people, and Locknar went screaming through the city looking for a tavern. He eventually found one called the... Hang on, let me pull it up here. The Pauper's Tavern, where he was greeted by a barkeep named Bastion. And Bastion proposed to Locknar that he enter into a fighting ring.
Congratulations.
I'm a very lucky man.
And so the party, after doing their shopping, eventually located a drunken Locknar and waited for Bastion to get the location of the fight. The party then ventured slightly outside of Emon and found the pit, which is the illegal fighting ring in Emon. And they met their contact that they were told to find by Vesper, Mathis. And they put money down, some in favor, some against, for Locknar winning.
Hi.
And that is where we will pick up tonight's session. So, in case you guys forgot, you are currently in the bottom of two different hills. So there's like a hill here and a hill here, and then at the bottom, there's a ring of torches. A group is gathering around. You can see off to on each side of the ring, the side you're on and the side the others are on. There are two tables, one here, taking bets. You guys have already placed your bets. Locknar, you have just stepped into the circle. And across from you is a fire Ganassi. His skin, it gives off a slight heat. His hair looks like fire just coming off of his head, and it's in like a nice mohawk sort of look. He stands probably about 7 feet tall, so he's a little bit shorter than you. Broad shoulders, kind of big.
I'm looking at pictures. I'm not intimidated.
Okay.
Oh, there's a female one. She's kind of hot.
Literally, she's a fire Nazi.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it. So as you enter the ring, he stands across from you and he looks at you and he says, "You're pretty big."
No shit.
Good one.
And then one of the figures that took your money, he walks in. He says, "All right, gentlemen. We want a clean fight. We might be in a legal fighting ring, but we still are sportsmen, or whatever. Just don't.
Good one.
No eye gouging, no biting ears or other things off, and
I gotcha.
That's pretty much it.
I gotcha.
Also, don't kill the person you're fighting. We don't want the police or the guards to hear about us."
Well, where's the fun in that? The fun is in the killing.
The fun is in the making the money. Now,
but like
That's just
if
your
he
opinion,
if he does kill him, then we still get the money, right?
no. We'll give you about a 30-second head start.
Okay.
Fine. Whatever.
Locknar, I know you want to kill him. Don't kill him.
Yeah. I know.
He might want to kill me, but he's not gonna. And the fire Ganassi just cracks his knuckle.
After we get the money.
All right,
Okay, that's
Locknar,
fair, that's
I need you to roll initiative.
Here we go.
Woohoo.
Natural one.
Natural 1.
It's not the best way to
It's
start.
okay. It's just initiative.
First
So
roll.
you're still a little hungover from the ale. So you're a little bit slow to react. The
No. Locknar doesn't get hungover. He just gets he just gets a little groggy. It's just there's a difference.
All right. So
Get it right, Jacob.
the Fire Ganassi gets into a stance. It's a very simplistic stance. It doesn't appear that he does a lot of fist fighting. He might do more like sword fighting. He is going to attack you. The pit itself is like sand, like it's a sand pit. It looks like they've brought sand in to like make the ground softer in case, you know, anybody goes down. Okay, so he's going to approach you and he's going to try and punch you in the jaw. Natural 20. Let's see here.
Placed a bet
Starting
on
real
Oh my
strong.
gosh, I rolled max damage.
Yeah, you did.
You take 15 points of damage as he clocks you square in the jaw, and you feel one of your teeth just go and like pop out, and blood immediately fills your mouth.
Do I have to be
So
on my
everyone's gonna look
turn
for
to
that
go
too.
into Reckless Rage, or?
Yeah, it has to be your turn.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh my God.
All right. He kind of looks at you. He kind of shakes his hand, a little sore. Clocked you, didn't I?
Good one. That one's
It's now
been giving me
your
a
turn.
toothache for ages. Thanks for that one.
You're welcome. It is now your turn.
Thank you. Okay, 1 second.
This is the nicest Locknar's ever been, and it's like after he gets punched in the face.
I know.
Yes.
He respects authority.
He's been very diplomatic
Otherwise,
lately.
Just you wait. All right.
other than that time
Reckless
that you wanted to
Rage,
kill
or,
Bard,
Not
for no
reckless,
reason.
but the not the
Frenzied?
normal rage, the other
Frenzied Rage?
Yeah, I need to.
Okay,
write
you
that
have
down.
2 attacks this turn, and then Frenzied Rage will activate next turn to give you a bonus action attack. So you get 2.
How far away is this
so-
guy? He's like right next to me.
Yeah, you guys are standing in front of each other. He's kind of... He's
Go for
pretty
the nuts.
close, but like a little bit of distance.
Go for the nuts.
Natural 20.
Oh my
In the
gosh. Okay. So, for unarmed
Can I go for the
striking,
nads
what you're
in the
doing, it's
first one?
normally a D4, but since you're so strong, I'm going to say it's a D6.
Yes.
He's
Then
going
how many of
right
those?
for the
2?
balls.
You roll one per fist, and so since you crit, it's you roll the die, double the amount, and then add 5 for your strength, and rage bonus, which is an extra 4. so you add a plus
I
1.
roll my die.
Yeah, roll your D6.
Double it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got 6.
Okay, then multiply that by 2,
So 12.
and then add 9.
21.
Jeez. 21
Alright.
damage.
I'm gonna go
I
get
thought I
another
did
beer.
damage.
I'll be back in a bit to collect my 4,000 gold. Corey, don't lose, bud. I got 2K on you.
I don't think I'm gonna lose.
So that's
Where's he going?
probably to make noodles, knowing Hunter.
Probably.
So
Classic.
you rear back and clock this guy in the same place in the jaw where he hit you. You see multiple teeth fly out of his mouth, blood just spewing out. You have one more attack.
Oh yeah.
All right, Corey, how much damage did you do with that last attack?
I think it was 23.
Okay, so 23. Okay. All right, so you punch this guy in the jaw, and then the next hit, you kind of go low to knock him off balance, and you actually do. You hit him in the hip. Or, no, that'd be way too low. So, like, in the
No.
ribs.
No, I go for the nads. Come on. Locknar goes for the nads.
Fine.
Everybody knows.
He busts a nut.
I
Dude
busted
immediately
in.
collapses to the
Like,
ground
literally.
on both knees, grasping at his now wounded baby makers.
He's not making any babies. Ever again.
All right, it is now
I gave him a shotgun vasectomy.
it is now his
With
turn.
my fist.
So he's gonna get up, blood in his mouth, the pride in his face gone. He's going
Hey,
to
little
see
guy.
if he hits. What's your
You wanna
armor
give up?
class?
16.
That hits. Let me double check something real quick here.
To be fair, Corey is like the perfect class for this.
Yeah, barbarians are really crazy for this. Okay.
I'm assuming that's why Jacob made this fight for him.
He deals he deals you 6 damage as he weakly swings back. And then he's gonna try
come
again.
on.
He
Hit him in the
misses, so
nads
the next
too hard.
swing, and then he goes wide and you duck out of the way. It is now your turn. You have
I'll
3
give it-
attacks this turn.
I'll give a
Jesus
big frowny face
Christ.
to Zygon, and I'll be like, "Oh, where's your 200 gold?"
500.
I think you
Here's
do.
500.
19.
19 hits.
200,000.
3, 6. 19.
19 hits. Or was that damage?
But 19 damage.
You dealt 19 damage with a punch? Because you have you have a plus. Wait, how?
Well, you said I rolled the D6.
Oh,
Double that.
well, no, that's only when you crit that you multiply by 2.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You didn't specify that.
Oh, that's how D&D works. Free?
I don't know the rules of
Great.
D&D.
Learn the
We've been
rules.
playing D&D since last September.
Screw the rules. I have money or something.
Do
Okay.
you?
So yeah, just go ahead and subtract the multiplier there, and then that's the damage.
Okay.
But you do get
So,
3 attacks
what
this
is it?
turn, so.
Yeah. So
Boo.
not the +9, correct?
You do have +9 because you're raging.
Oh, okay.
Just don't double the dice.
Yeah, just don't double the 6 or the d6. Excuse me, that you rolled.
16.
16. Okay.
Yeah.
Second attack.
Nine.
Does not hit. Third attack.
Natural 19.
That hits.
15.
15 damage. All right. Okay. That's not right.
Oh, I just love the little kitty.
So just pummeling this guy. His eye is swollen shut. He's bleeding from his mouth. He's kind of walking a little funny. But he's going to stay in there. The crowd at the start was jeering and just spitting on you and saying how terrible you are. Now they're kind of quiet and just kind of watching in awe at this display.
Ooh,
It's
ooh.
like that scene from Shrek. Hit him
I
with the
use-
chair!
I
Hit him
use
with the
my
chair!
education to like play like X is gonna give it to you or something like that. X gonna give it to you. Gonna give
You guys need a bard.
Oh,
Okay, so first attack miss, second
We don't
attack
need a
hit.
bard.
He deals 9 damage to you. He's looking real winded. Like, the punch that he landed on you, it was more of like a lucky punch than it was an actual powerful one. It is now your turn, Locknar.
Hey, buddy. Come on. Just give up. We know where this is getting headed.
No way.
I don't want to, permanently maim you for the rest of your life. Come on, just give up. Just give up.
He just stands there defiantly, kind of shaking a little.
Surrender with honor.
I just
And
rolled it now.
And a mouthful, partially full of teeth.
hey Jacob, can I like run
Alright,
along
alright.
the crowd and try to get them to do the wave or something?
Can you what?
Can I get them to do the wave like, whoa?
Make a persuasion check.
Let me get that sheet out. Persuasion is charisma. 16.
16.
Does that work? Maybe only the kids do it. Well, kids wouldn't. God damn it. Never mind.
Yeah, there wouldn't be kids here. So you go, whoa, and you look around, and off to the side where Mathis is standing, he goes, whoa, and he
At least someone's getting the energy.
Locknar, it is your turn.
Yeah, natural 17.
Hit.
Yep. And then
What happened to those natural ones, man?
yeah, I got the ones out of my system. 14 damage on that first one.
I like how Corey rolls better when he's not using any weapons and it's just his fists.
Like how Corey rolls better when it's for his own benefit. And not for us.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna make some money off of this.
I'm gonna make
Oh
some money
my.
out of this.
All right, you have another attack.
Nine.
9 does not hit. You have one
Yeah.
more attack because you're frenzied rage.
Okay. Come on. Natural 14.
That
Huh? You cut up. You cut. Oh, okay.
It's Abby's dad again.
16.
16. What is the finishing blow, Locknar?
Finishing blow.
Pick him up by his
Don't kill him.
throat.
You can't kill him.
Go.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him. And I just pound him. I just headbutt him and then toss him.
So as you
And
pick
then
him up,
pop him
he's
to the
kind of
ground.
struggling, trying to get your hand free, and you just, and he just immediately is out.
Not dead.
Ripper
He's
out.
not dead, right?
He's not dead.
Yes.
Boo.
You hear the
Ripper
crowd
out.
kind of.
Fuck off, Zion.
All of them whispering, "What just happened? That's impossible."
Can I use thaumaturgy to like get everyone chanting? No, like just like little whispers of it.
Yeah, so you start hearing, and then everyone's like, Locknar, Locknar, and everyone just starts chanting his name.
Not everyone.
Locknar.
You're welcome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a wonderful fight. Give it up for our new contender.
Is there just like a pile of gold waiting for me that I can bathe in?
Aren't there
So
rounds?
Locknar
Scrooge
was 3-1 odds. So Anzu, you get 6,000 gold. Zygon, you lose 500. Thea gets 900. Animas
the right
gets
choice.
1,500.
Oh, damn.
And then
It is right.
Locknar, oh man, your number's weird. Oh wait, there was 10 platinum here. So Locknar, you
There
get
was 10
30 platinum. And then
Hold on,
Oh, shit.
is this 6,000 off of what I already have now?
it's 6, like just flat, you get 6,000. Yeah.
It's like 4,000 more than you.
Hey, what did
Yeah, 'cause you
So
put the
Zygon didn't get
2,000 in.
anything?
Because Zygon
Oh, I
bet
lost.
against Locknar to win.
Guys, I almost have 10,000 gold.
I get?
I can't believe you.
Can we
Think
get
about
some
adding
Locknar
homestead
chants
to
in the
that.
chat? Okay, so Locknar, you
And you,
get
Jacob.
30 platinum,
My God.
Yeah.
and then you get 1,125 gold.
Damn. That's.
So you see the guys who are at the table, they're counting out all the money, everybody's getting their money back. And then they say, wait, everyone! We've just received word that the champion will grace us tonight. Everyone kind of stops, the money stops flowing.
What does that mean?
And he will fight our new contender. And everyone starts, whoa! Yeah! Starts cheering like crazy.
Who's the champion?
You don't know. You haven't seen the champion before.
I don't think I want to make a bet on this one.
Judging by Locknar's fighting, we are now putting him, instead of 20-1 odds against the champion, he is now 15-1 odds against the champion. I like how Caleb's actually eating food, like he's like watching you.
Just
We need to
popcorn.
find a way to like put steroids
Dude,
in the
I'm just
food.
sitting here listening to this at this point. Like, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So place your bets.
Did
Place
you
your
say I
bets.
made a certain amount of money?
Champion's
'Cause-
Ready.
Place your bets. Holy shit.
What about
can I-
you?
How much
friends
money
of
did you say I made if
Locknar?
I had 500 in?
What would you wager?
Can I go to the side and like ask someone for details about the champion? Because everyone knows this dude, right?
So you don't know anyone here except for Mathis, so you'd probably want to ask him.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go with him.
I want to ask him details about this champion.
Friends, that was a wonderful fight, wasn't it?
Oh yes.
Uh-huh.
I knew that Locknar fellow was quite strong, but
Who is
Wow.
the champion?
oh, the champion.
Yes.
Is
Is he a big one? Bigger than me?
I mean,
Most people are.
he's worth
My
that-
shoe is bigger than you.
That's for sure.
But what does he do? I mean,
Oh, he's
Locknar eats kids.
he's a very well trained hand-to-hand combatant.
I'll kind of go over to Locknar. Hey, bud. And how good do you think you are? Do you think you can actually do this?
Dude, are you doubting me?
I'm not doubting you.
I-
You know.
So Locknar, your frenzied rage subsides. You now
Oh.
gain a point of exhaustion.
Oh no.
Okay. Nah, fuck.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
So all ability checks.
And
I
attacks.
believe it's all ability checks and saving throws. Hang on.
I thought it was attacks.
I want to die.
How long do I have? Can I take a short little nap?
You'd have to take a long rest.
Damn it.
me
Locknar, what
double
do you have attuned to you right now? Haven't?
I don't think I have anything.
Do you want my Constitution amulet? I don't know if it'll help, but it'll bump your Constitution up by 4.
Well, he has to attune to it by then.
Fuck. Now you're right.
And like any magic we use is gonna be canceled when he walks into the ring, unless we can find a way to disable it.
Yeah, never mind. You're right.
Hang on, guys. I gotta look up something real quick.
Okay.
Appendix A. Where's exhaustion in appendix? Ah, here it is. You have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh, so it's not attacks.
It does not count towards attacks
Cool.
Oh, okay.
because level 3 of exhaustion specifically refers to attack rolls.
Okay.
But
Wait, so
if there was a grapple check or like poison or anything like that, he would have disadvantage.
Is he able? Shit. What was I gonna say?
You see everyone kind of putting in bets. There are mounds of gold, like higher than like the people behind the desk. You can't really even see anymore. There's so much gold.
Can I see
And
who they're
they've-
betting on?
There, make a perception check.
Can I help him with that?
Sure.
So do I get
Anthony, you
advantage?
have advantage because Thea is helping you.
Hey, took the
She
money.
like picks you up and boosts you so that you can see over the crowd.
That's funny.
Wait, what was it? Perception? Ooh, perception.
And you have advantage.
Okay, I have 17.
So you see that Whoa. I can hear myself echoing through Corey's mic. Anyway, so you see onto the side that you guys are, the mound is probably, I would say if like I was sitting at the desk, it would be towards like my neck. The other side where the other betting is, it is just like mountains of gold.
I think he's gonna win.
Or the champion.
I would say it's about 2 times the amount that's on Locknar's side.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Can Locknar use frenzied rage again?
Let me double check.
I have
Is that
4 regular rages a day, but I don't know if that affects my. No.
because bets
Yeah,
are
you
15 to
can.
1?
You
Okay.
can use Frenzied Rage again.
How many of these fights are there gonna be? I thought you said something about round.
Oh, there's only 2.
2. Okay.
So they thought they were just gonna have 1 fight, but since the champion has decided to come tonight,
Oh, then fucking
last
go all
fight-
in.
Was 3 to 1, and I got 6,000 gold. This fight is 15 to 1.
You never know.
1 platinum would turn into 15 platinum,
Yeah.
which would be 150 gold.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna put in 300 gold again on Locknar because I can do
Okay.
that because I
You
just
know what?
made it so
I
much.
take my little hand right here, this little one. I look at it and go, oh, this is gonna be very good. Put it in my little pocket. And I pull out another 2K. And I
Don't
slam
do
it on Locknar's side.
Dear God.
Okay. Zygon, what are you
You're
gonna
be
do?
able to buy a one of those plots for land for your
Yeah,
guild hall
if
pretty soon if he
Locknar
wins
wins this
this.
fight, Anzu will make 30,000 gold.
I want to walk over to
my
Animas.
God.
Hey, little buddy.
20 to 1,
Do
40,000.
you know how to cancel that magic over there that, stops him from help, cheating?
Does spell
So-
magic work, Jacob?
You don't know.
I'd be afraid to try.
Couldn't hear you very well.
You don't know if
Yes.
it'll work or not.
I'm gonna. Either way, I'm gonna just give Locknar my Constitution amulet. I don't know if he'll have time to attune to it, but
It
How
takes
long does
an
that
hour,
take?
so probably not.
it's fine. It's for good luck, buddy.
It's more of like a
Thing
good luck
happening.
charm at this point.
Yeah.
So you guys see everyone's kind of
So
clamoring,
is,
and up
is the
up
other guy
on the
using
hill
magic
across
right?
from you,
Mhm.
you see a cloaked figure start walking down.
Sorry, I'm jumping
Voldemort.
out really in and out. My connection really sucks.
No worries, Caleb.
You're fine.
What did you
I'm
want to
gonna-
say?
What does he look like? Does he look like
You
that
can't
cloak
really
captain?
tell. He's kind of the sun is set at this point. All there is torchlight. You can barely see him.
How tall is he?
Okay.
About 8 feet tall.
Okay, so it's
Now,
not,
hold on.
okay.
Does Locknar have time to heal? Like, are they going to heal him before he goes back in?
You can ask one of the tournament the fight organizers.
Oh, I could be doing that.
Oh, yeah. Thea, go ahead.
Let's
and
please
heal
do
him.
that.
And-
Okay. I'm
Does
gonna.
Locknar have fear?
I'm going to cast
Um,
Enlarge on myself and start, massaging him and dumping some cold water on
You're
him.
still half his size.
Zygon is not phased. He's gonna go ahead and put $1,000 on the champion.
Okay,
He's a
1,000 on
champion
the
for a
champ.
reason.
Oh, that was
You're
Thousand
gonna
gold.
lose that money, boy.
So you guys see Zygon walk around to the other side. He places down 1,000, and you hear a voice, a very low kind of bass voice. That was a very wise decision.
Locknar, you
And then
healed
you see the
60.
hood come off, and you're expecting to see flesh and bone and skin and blood, but instead you see a metal man.
Excuse me?
Metal.
He's got a metal jaw, metal face, and his eyes, when they move, you hear slight servo movement. Like when every time he darts his eyes, you can hear kind
Nuh-uh.
of slight metallic sounds.
Have I ever seen anything like that ever? Anything
No,
like
you have
that?
never seen this kind of person before.
Have I ever heard of it?
A history check.
Bet he's got a
with
weakness to water.
disadvantage.
Wait, history check with what?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay.
Does he have a heart?
Do you want to
Oh,
listen for a heartbeat?
Fuck, I rolled a natural 20 and a
Yeah,
17. So, it's still 22.
Okay. You've heard stories
What
of
is it?
ancient wizards trying to make life from other things. There have been stories of metal men before, but you thought they were only stories, that it's impossible for them to exist, right? But you can
Oh,
see
no.
one in front of you.
Oh no.
All of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Luck.
Is there are there any guards around the gold?
At second
What
level.
was
You see
what was
some
the magic
people,
you're talking about?
you see like a few people who are wearing like cloaks, and then to hide their weapons, and then like every once in a while the wind catches and you see like long blades or knives.
I'm gonna stay away from them still.
What's up, Caleb?
What was the magic hunter was talking about? That you wanted to
The
dispel?
ring, or the ring itself prevents magic from being inside it.
Locknar, you heal
Yeah, I'm
another
not even
9
gonna
points.
attempt that. How many?
9.
Animas,
So Jacob,
What are you betting?
yeah, how much money did I make back from that? Sorry, I don't know if you guys could tell, I was jumping in and out a lot.
1,500.
1,500. And you said it's 20 to 1 odd.
15 to 1.
So what are how strong does this guy look?
He's made of
So he's
steel.
8 feet tall. So he actually throws his cloak off, and you can see he's wearing like these kind of flowy pants, no shirt. You can actually see Zygon. There is no like internal organs. You can see that like it's built like a humanoid skeleton, like ribs and everything, but underneath there's no like intestines. There's no heart, nothing. It's just like servos and like faint magical energy is kind of just permeating through this guy's body. But it's not the magic itself is not arcane and it's not divine. It's something that you've never really seen before, and it's not anything from like warlocks.
He's a monk.
Brady, how
Is
much
there-
did you put in?
1,000 against.
From
Saw that
who?
little fucking grin.
Is there like on the champion?
I saw that grin, Jacob. He's
Is there
a
like a
monk.
refreshment stand or anything?
Yeah, there's like a few guys selling drinks and stuff. It's not like you see actually Bastion is selling like alcohol.
All right.
Zygon is gonna walk over to Bastion.
Oh, we're
And,
in for a
you
treat
said he's
tonight.
Tell me about the champion. How many fights has he won?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, he's a champion for a reason. He's been here for 50 years.
Have any of them even been close?
Oh no, I'm just kidding. He's not been here 50 years. No. He came one day about 5 years ago. He comes in and fights about once a month. I've
I
never
also
seen
put
anyone
1,000 on
walk
the
away
champion?
from him.
I don't think you can double bet.
I can't double bet.
You can't.
I
Yeah, 'cause
can't?
I tried. No.
You put
Oh.
You know, I
That's
know
right.
I brought Locknar here, and if he wins, I'm gonna make a pretty heaping helping of coin. But I haven't
Doesn't
gotten to
sound like
see a
he's got much
champion
of a
fight in a
chance.
while.
He is gonna hear this and go get a big old drink because she's stressed out.
Does the champion have a name?
'Cause she's passive.
Most people don't know his name, including me. It's said that he only tells his name to fighters that he deems worthy.
Interesting.
I want to go up to like one of the workers and ask him like, "Hey, are you gonna heal my buddy over there?
I already healed him.
All the way?
We
No, not all the
usually
way.
don't heal in between fights. We find that it's not fair to those who are unable to afford healing. But
Zygon.
if it's okay with the champion, it's okay with us.
Is the
Zygon's
champion
gonna
okay
walk
with it?
around muttering under his breath to the
Champion's
crowd.
been sitting on his ass for a month.
Is the champion okay with it, Jacob?
Are you gonna ask him?
To hell with the champion. Just heal my
I already healed you.
ass.
Like pretty much completely.
No,
Yeah,
no.
she already healed him.
Well, 9 points, but
Did,
No, I healed
did
you
Zygon
16
notice
plus 9.
the healing?
So I got notice
Oh.
what?
oh,
healing?
okay. I didn't know that.
Wait,
I,
are you
I thought you
fully
just
healed?
said 9.
No,
Are
I
you
did
fully
My bad.
2.
Then yeah, the 16.
Yeah, I didn't hear what
so
you
yeah,
said, Brady.
yeah,
Oh, you're good. I was curious if Zygon saw Thea healing Locknar.
Yeah,
No,
you were
no, I'm
probably
good.
around them at that time, yeah.
Okay.
So as the champion, you actually like see like his hands. They're
make
huge.
a bet before
They're,
anything happens.
they're like bigger than mine, like across. I have big hands. Anyway, Brady, show your hands, please.
I have very small white girl hands.
You have
just to be
small hands?
Yeah,
No,
they're
way.
bigger than your
hand.
fair. A lot of people have bigger hands than me. They're very
Huh.
small. I have big feet, but I
Anyway,
have
really
tiny
big
hands.
hands. Like
My
if you put
hands
my
are
hands
stable.
together, like that size.
Wow. That's a big one.
Extended hands.
Yeah. And you see like
I'm gonna walk.
just every finger is kind of just like twitching and kind of just getting ready, and you hear like different whirring noises. You then see Mathis as he walks over to you. Well, friends, that's all I can say. Locknar, good luck.
What the fuck kind of sound is that?
I think I'm gonna head out and cut while I'm ahead. So if you guys want to, please come
Fucking
to
coward.
the Cloud Top District after this ruckus. And Locknar, if you need healing, my staff will take care of you. I'll see you all in a few hours. Or days, depending on how long it takes for him to recover. Good
Can
luck!
Okay.
And he starts kind of walking off a little bit, limping
Can
a
I-
little.
Take a
Suck
glance
on
at the
it.
champion and like see if there's any weak points or if like there's any useful information I can give Locknar on a weak point.
Make an investigation check.
Investigation checks.
I want to walk up to Zygon.
Investigation.
Okay.
Yes.
20.
Hey Zygon, how much did you put in?
I don't see any weak
1,000
points.
gold on the champion.
No weaknesses. You don't see like a break in in his armor, so to speak. You don't see anything that would.
Wearing a
Make-
cloak though?
He
Did
took
you
it
say he
off,
was a
so he
Okay,
took the
so-
cloak off and he's shirtless, but he's wearing like kind of flowy pants.
It's called style.
Zygon, we have possible money coming in pretty soon anyway, so might as well, make sure that one of us gets some money out of this. If Anzu already put in half his savings from the last one in, I'll go ahead and throw some in on the champion, make sure that we don't lose all of our money. I'm gonna put
I bet on
1,000
the
on the
champion.
champion.
You put it on the champion.
Yeah, 1,000 gold
So
on the
we both-
champion.
Do I see him do it?
Locknar, how much would you like to bet?
1,000.
1,000 on yourself, I'm assuming.
No shit.
Okay.
B is drinking like the
All
biggest
right,
bottle.
folks, we're in for a treat.
Jacob, 500. I didn't realize the amount of money I had. 500 on the champion, not 1,000. Switch that.
He's getting broke.
You said yourself you have money coming in.
I know, but I need to buy certain things like right now, and I don't have all of the funds to buy that.
That's why you're betting it all.
All
on the
right,
champion.
folks,
He's a
we're in
champion.
for a treat tonight. The champion himself has graced us with his presence. Locknar, the new contender. Are you ready?
Hey, Tin Man. What are you? You're not even human. You're not even a real thing. What are you?
God damn it.
I assure you, very real.
No, you're not. There is nothing. Nothing. No one. Everybody says you're not real. You're a frickin' science experiment. You're a frickin' science experiment. That's what everybody's saying.
This guy's about a one-shot Locknar.
Oh my god.
It is true that I was created through magical means, but inside there is a soul.
He's got a
Too late to
bottle of
switch to
wine.
1,000.
Oh, we're gonna have us weeping. There's a soul in that tin frame of yours. Well, how about
I am actually not made
I'd
from
start-
tin, friend.
here's the joke. Here's the joke. You get it? You get it? Ha ha ha. You don't have a sense of humor, do you?
I do,
You
but I
didn't
only
say a
laugh
joke.
when it's funny.
Oh,
Good one.
Got
That's a
him.
zinger. That's a zinger.
That was a good one. Now, I do not know you, but you seem strong, but not strong enough. I'll give you a chance. I'll call off the fight. You can take your money and your friends. Have a good night. I would highly advise
I would-
against fighting me.
Locknar.
That would just decimate my honor. I cannot do that.
What?
Well then, let's see your honor. And he extends a hand for a handshake.
He's gonna crush his hand.
Slap him on the ass.
I'll
Gonna
bite.
just
I go in for it.
he
as
on the
well.
hand.
You guys shake
Come on,
hands.
hit him low.
All right, gentlemen, this is going to be wonderful. Please, to your corners. Or I guess it's a circle, so to your sides.
Jacob,
All right.
after
Locknar,
seeing that
roll initiative.
conversation, I'm. Jacob, Jay, wait.
Go ahead.
After seeing that conversation, I'm putting the other 500 back in on the pot.
Okay.
Thea got a
And
whole
Zygon
bottle
wants
of
to go
wine
stand
and she's
behind the
chugging.
champion.
I'm gonna make you guys. Oh,
Take it out.
I
and
hope
take a
you
little
all
sip of that.
lose your money.
I bet on
all
you.
lose your money.
Okay.
Except for you, Hanzu. You got my back.
And Thea bet on you too.
Yeah, and now she's
Oh, sorry,
chugging a whole
sorry, you're
bottle
right.
of wine because she's really stressed out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
She
the.
knows she
or
made a
chugging
bad
I'll
one.
be doing the
decision.
same exact thing right when we're done.
I'm
Okay,
passing out
Locknar, what'd you roll for
small
initiative?
passing around that liquor bottle, taking a little sip. We can all take a little sip of it real quick.
I would love a shot.
Well,
12. I rolled a 24.
Let's
Jesus
go.
fuck.
Another
Okay,
natural one.
so
This dude's a monk.
champion is first.
Oh, I'm sure he's a monk. When he said hand-to-hand fighter, I was like, oh, bye-bye.
I'm gonna go over to Thea and start
Easy.
praying to her god.
Okay.
Please, Miss Moon Thing, please.
What is
Okay.
what's
Please
her
help.
name?
It's, it's the Moonweaver, but I was just saying it as Anzu, not
Yes.
understanding.
Moon.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see him get into a more martial arts stance than the guy before. So he's more of like more measured, and he's kind of just standing there,
I'll be
shifting his
back.
weight a little bit, kind of feeling you out. You hear him,
Whew.
and then with blistering speed, he closes in on you.
He's gonna stun you and knock
Metal
you to the
Zen Man.
ground.
Okay, he hits. He's going to hit you with a flurry of blows.
How many?
How many flurry of blows is that?
It's gonna be a lot. He's gonna
okay.
kill you.
He's going to spend 2 key points
Oh,
to hit
no.
you 4 times.
I knew it. Oh,
So let's see here. How much is his damage?
Locknar doesn't even know what this means.
Okay.
All I heard was key points,
So
and I heard
he rears back, and you don't even really see him move. He's standing in front of you, and then with a flash, he's right in front of your face. 8, 10, 13,
I regret my decision.
20. You take 25 points of damage as he strikes you 4 times in the abdomen.
Thanks for the heal, Abby. But now we're back to square one.
He is now going to he's going to try and kick you while doing a swooping kick to your head. He does not hit. He over rotates, and he actually rotates out. He is then going to stand there, ready in a defensive stance.
No.
It is now your turn, Locknar.
You're so
Frenzied Rage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to see
How
if you
far
hit.
away is? Well, how far away from me is he?
He's right in front of you. He's just in a defensive, kind of like he's teetering back and forth on his 2 feet, just kind of waiting.
Drunken monkey.
So Charger would be useless at this point.
Yeah,
right?
he's like 5 feet in front of you. Like
Okay. Natural 18.
that hits.
Do I add my rage bonus to this one?
You had the
Or
rage
not-
bonus to your
yeah,
damage.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I do it this turn or next turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you'll do a +9 to whatever you roll.
yeah. 15.
15. Okay. You rolled a 6. Nice.
No, I rolled a 2 plus 9, right?
That's 11.
Plus, yeah,
is he
plus,
raging?
plus the 4 for.
No, so you
That's
have
what I
a
was
+9
asking.
because you have a +5 from your strength and a +4 from your rage. So that's a +9.
Yeah, but I was asking for, do I add the rage bonus to this turn or do I wait until next turn?
You add it to this turn. So if you rolled a 2, you add
Okay.
a +9.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Okay.
So it's 11. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you now have a second attack.
11,
He's just angry.
16.
Well,
16 does not hit. You go in for a punch, and he actually grabs your hand, and he moves it out of the way, and you go past him. You're back now to him. You're back to back with each other.
Did it look like he took full damage from Locknar's punch?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. He is now.
Did it actually look like it hurt? Like,
No.
I mean, I know
You punched him,
and
it just made a clanging noise, and he didn't. He barely reacted to it. It's like he's in like a different state of mind almost.
Okay.
He's now going to swoop around and try and hit you again. He does not hit. You duck out of the way. Your danger sense. The second attack hits. You take 9 points of damage as he clocks you in the shoulder.
Oof.
Is that half since he's rage?
Yes, you would be taking half.
So should he have halved like the first stuff too?
Yeah,
Well,
so
I wasn't raging.
he wasn't raging
then.
the first hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
So what? 5?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
He is then going to use his bonus action and spend a key point to do another flurry of blows.
Jesus.
Flurry.
At least he's not
Go.
stunning you. But I'm waiting.
Why you say that?
I mean, I thought he
He
was
deals
gonna do
12
it
damage with his flurry of blows.
I would like to pray harder.
It's stunning him, but he's doing a ton of damage.
Yeah. Would that be halved?
Yes, that is halved.
Okay.
Praying to a god so that you can get
Yeah.
money from a fate. I don't know if that's gonna help.
I'm doing fine. They're tough hits, but I'm thinking of ideas.
Dexterity saving throw.
Hey Thea, can we
So you have
That's
disadvantage
very-
on this because of
call?
your exhaustion.
you know who
Sure,
for
okay.
some divine intervention, please? Please, just
n-
try.
I can't do that, but I can pray.
What if I pray with you? And then I'll do
What'd
one
you
of
roll?
these.
18. Natural 16 plus 2 modifier.
One of these.
It is now your turn.
So I'm good? Okay.
Me and Anzu are praying.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So I've got my three attacks this turn, correct?
It's hot. We love 3.
Jacob, I got my 3 attacks this turn, correct? Alright.
Just reading.
I think I'm gonna use Charger and knock him to the ground.
So you
A-
run back.
Attempt to knock.
Yep. Okay, go ahead and make a strength check. You have disadvantage on this because you're exhausted.
Okay. 16 on the first one.
Okay.
No shit. Where did? Oh, let me try that again. Three plus 5, so 8.
I rolled a natural 20.
Of course he did.
So you run, and he, like a matador with a bull, and he dodges out of the way, and he turns back around, ready to face you again. You still have 2 attacks.
Yeah, no. Okay. Alright.
Sure, I think I know who you are in the Twitch chat.
14? Doesn't hit,
14
right?
does not hit.
God damn it.
So and he just blocks it with one of his hands.
Jacob, what does it look like right now?
18.
What is
What
what?
does the moon look like right now?
Let's see, it's been 2 weeks.
It's around
It's
a full
almost
moon.
full.
Yeah,
It's full.
Yeah. almost.
Natural 18.
That hits.
Yeah. $13.
15 damage. Alright.
Wait, how much damage?
You said 13 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought I misheard something. I thought you halved it or something.
Nope. Nope. All right.
Okay.
It is
Give
now.
me 1 second. Let me just get a beer real quick.
Tell me what you guys are thinking while this fight's going on.
Oh, he's gonna die. He's not gonna die, but he's gonna go down so quick.
It doesn't seem
Flagon feels
too
good about
bad.
his bet.
It's
I mean,
gonna
this
be
I
bad.
want him to
Even-
win this, but at the same time, I do have a backup plan with the money that's sitting if he doesn't win.
You're only
this,
gonna make 2,000 though.
It's more of just there in case we like. I don't want us to like as a group lose a ton of money if Locknar lost this, and I had enough money to throw in on the champion's side. So like,
I only
mind
bet
losing
like
that 1,000.
300.
Let's see.
well, I mean, but if I get 1,000 back, I'll probably share the wealth on that.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So
Stuff.
he's going to strike you. He's going to try and strike you with an open palm straight to the chest. He
Where the
hits.
fuck did he learn this?
You'll find out. All right. He hits. You take 14 points of damage halved, so 7. Let's see here. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
He hasn't by chance attuned to the Constitution amulet.
No, it's not been an hour.
Damn it.
It's been 18 seconds.
I put
17
it
on
on
the
him
first
a long
one.
time ago.
She did.
Like
Can
2
he
minutes
hold it
before the
down?
fight started.
No, like 10.
13 on the second one. Constitution. So, to disadvantage, it's a 16.
Okay. So you feel as he hits you, he kind of just stands there, and you feel your body start to shake and start to lock
fuck?
up. But you break it off. You actually felt your muscles start to lock. Let's see. He is now. He looks at you. Perhaps you are worth a little bit more.
I almost had a heart attack.
He is now.
You
going
underestimate
to,
me.
He's gonna
Did you
attack
underestimate me, Metal Man?
He hits. He's gonna use a flurry of blows, expending a key point.
How many of those does he have?
How many key points does he have?
Oh no.
9. And how many has he
I
used?
guess at
Like,
least 8 or 9.
He's used.
He's used
5.
like 4.
He's used
Okay.
5.
4, 5.
Okay,
Really?
so he's
At if he's equal to our level, he's probably got around 9 or 10.
Yeah, but he
8 or
said
9 or
7.
something like
Jacob said 9, and he used 5.
Oh, 8.
9.
Take 15 points of damage from the blows.
So,
So
7.
he's got 4 left.
Yep. All right.
So,
And with,
7?
I need you to make a. Dexterity saving throw.
My ducks. With disadvantage?
What
With
about
disadvantage, yeah.
Doesn't he have danger
I'm gonna-
sense or something?
I'm gonna double check this because I want to make sure that this is all on the up and up. I think saving throws count as ability checks.
Doesn't he have,
Natural
like,
20 on the first roll.
don't you have danger sense? So you should normally have advantage, so it would just be.
No, danger sense is only on trapped.
Oh. I kinda know.
Oh no, you don't have disadvantage on saving throws. My bad.
Okay, because I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. So you feel a force, and he's twisting to try and throw you off balance, but you stand strong. It is now your turn, Locknar.
How'd it go? I thought.
I feel like he isn't even looking slightly injured whatsoever, right?
He's not breathing heavy, nothing.
Nope. Okay.
But he's a monk. I mean, they don't. I don't know, man.
A
I'm just
metal
gonna
monk.
keep praying.
Little monk.
Try to grab him.
I mean, the only thing I can really do is just try to punch him, right? So,
I mean, yeah. The crowd
Alright.
is silent at this point. Just in
Jeez.
awe of this spectacle.
natural 20.
Natural
It's like
20.
an
Oh my god.
All
what
right.
the fuck?
All right.
Dude,
So go ahead and roll a d6,
stop
multiply it by
rolling
2,
so
then add
well.
9.
There is no way.
Rolling so well for yourself and help us out in some fights sometimes. Now that we
I
know that you can roll
know.
this many now.
I'm so pissed.
He's helping me.
I was killing plenty last time. Come on.
That is
Against the gnolls, you were
Yeah.
barely doing any damage. All of a sudden, we get into this fight, and you're like, natural 20, natural.
He
20,
was
natural
charging
20.
across the field.
Not with a sword.
Yeah.
He's just a better
I'm-
brawler than he is a sword.
All right. How much damage?
I
Locknar?
might switch it up. I'd say, okay, 3 times 2 is 6.
Plus
Plus
9
9. What?
is 15.
Yeah.
Right. So you rear back with all your strength and punch him, and he
Whoa!
and you see a small trickle of golden liquid start to pour down his face.
Oh my god.
That one caught me a little off guard.
Does the crowd go wild?
It won't happen again. And you see his stance actually get even more like, kind of, it's even
More
deeper
zen.
into.
Seems patient.
We'll see
you
about
still have
that,
to
buddy.
It looks more Chinese.
No.
Natural not natural 17. My bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I was about to say.
Natural
Okay, that
17.
hits.
Natural 17.
Call bullshit.
Yeah, no. If it was 2 natural 20s in a row, I'd roll again.
I mean, don't do that.
I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. 10 damage.
10 damage. You smack him
Jeez.
again. He's starting to kind of flag. You're pushing him back. You have one more attack.
I'm so confused right now.
I need this money.
Natural 15.
Plus what?
Plus what?
Oh, plus it's my strength. Plus 5, so 20.
That hits.
Come on, Locknar.
What the
hit his
fuck
ass,
is
boy.
going on right now?
Good fight is what's going on.
Are there like
Easy.
cages around here?
Are there cages?
Yeah. Can I like
No.
climb on something and start chanting?
You can get higher up on the hill.
You can
Yeah,
get
I
on
wanna
my
get
shoulders.
higher. Yeah, I want to get on Theo's shoulders and just like.
And I want to do thaumaturgy again.
You get that?
15.
15 damage.
Okay.
Look.
I haven't had a fight like this in a long time.
I'm so
And he just
confused.
cracks his knuckles. Kind of
I don't think I've ever had a fight like this.
Up.
You're a good competitor.
I need another drink.
Same to you, friend. Now, I believe it's time to finish this.
No.
Finish him.
No.
He's going to use another key point to hit you with Fury of Blows.
6 gone.
Only 3 more.
You take 18 points, halved to 9.
Okay.
I
Thank
need you
God.
to make a. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Give me 1 sec.
Thank God he's a barbarian.
Yeah, if he wasn't taking half damage, he'd probably be gone by now.
Oh, I would most certainly be gone, but I'm still okay. I'm still okay. I'm still
It's Abby's dad.
It's still here.
It's
He's still
Captain.
alive.
Constitution saving throw. You said.
Yep.
Okay. With disadvantage or is
Nope, just straight.
No. 16.
You feel once again your muscles begin to lock, and you just shake it off.
No way.
He's then going to use a bonus action.
Hey, buddy, quit it with the cheap tricks. Fight me like a man.
What's Locknar's
I assure
constitution?
you, these are not cheap tricks. They're just
Locknar's
He's
got.
also not a
your
man.
capacity.
Locknar's
You're
like a
trying to
21
freeze me up.
constitution and
I don't like that.
Strength.
There are many pathways in the body that overwhelm muscle.
You got a
Locknar
fucking
said,
Ty
like,
Lee over here. Jesus.
He's now a monk.
I would love
look up the
Locknar to
book.
just suddenly switch path.
Him getting that advice just like makes him transcend.
Locknar becomes the avatar.
So you see him get into a wider stance, and he kind of is he's distancing you from him. It's now your turn.
Okay. So he's distancing. Okay.
He's still within your you're still within 5 feet of each other. It's just like he's kind of spreading out a little bit more.
Are we social distancing? So like 6 feet apart?
No, technically you're only 5 feet apart, so you're not properly social distancing.
Well, tell him to back up of 1 foot because I don't want to catch corona from this motherfucker.
He's a robot. I don't know if he can get it.
You know what? Just the principle of the thing.
Anyway,
survives on the surface.
It is your turn.
Okay.
Some kind of chick.
Well,
You have disadvantage on these attacks.
damn it. Okay.
No.
Here we go.
12. First hit. The first one is 11.
Damn.
Nope. Okay. Let's try it again. $17 on that first one. 17.
Hit.
Yeah.
Damn.
$13 damage on that first one. Or that one.
So it does not hit. So you swing.
Oh wait. Wait, what?
13? You said a 13, right?
No. I rolled damage. 13 was my damage. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't hit on that 17.
Oh shit! I thought you said. My bad. My bad.
You cut out a little bit.
Hunter looks a little shocked.
He's a little upset. He needs money for a plot of land.
Can I slowly get my suit out? Just kind of.
Yeah, you
It's
can.
been a hot minute since
He's off the
Oh
wagon.
man, yeah. He's getting stressed out now.
Just cradle it.
Does Locknar know what the hell's going on? Like what?
So as you're swinging at him, he's just kind of parrying your blows. It's like it's just a flowing motion. He's not even really
For a
he's
robot
not
could
doing a
flow
normal defense
water,
that you've
that's
seen.
what's happening.
Okay.
He's using monk stuff.
He's just holding Locknar's hands.
Na, 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 na.
Like you're dancing more than you're fighting right now.
You have one more attack.
Yeah, I know.
He wants to stop dancing and actually get a hit in.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do Charger.
Okay.
Try to knock him to the ground again.
Okay.
I'm in his metal nads.
So you have to roll to see if he hits. You have disadvantage on that.
Yeah. 15 on the first roll. 15 on the second roll. Okay.
Does not
So-
hit.
Damn. Even with
Wait,
plus
with
5.
With your add, it does hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Now make a strength check.
Locknar's livid.
Natural 17 plus 5 is
22.
22.
But the chick
Natural
had
20.
disadvantage, right?
I don't know if
Oh wait,
everybody-
do I have to do
Did
this?
anybody hear me?
Do
I rolled a
No,
natural
sorry.
20.
Of course you did.
I did.
Disadvantage don't even matter.
It's one of
How
Caleb's
does it
dice that he
feel?
gave me too, so blame Caleb.
Oh, God damn it.
I've been rolling that one this whole time, and I have not rolled below a 15.
Bullshit.
Okay,
Change dice.
so you,
Change dice.
I will change for you. I'll change dice. Okay, so you grab him, and you two begin to grapple, and he just worms himself out of the way, and he gets next to you. You guys are standing you're facing this way. He's facing this way. I haven't had to do this technique in a very long time. You are a worthy foe. You have the right to know my name.
He's saying
name
this in
is
the middle
Pharaoh.
of our Sorry.
Corey!
Hey, no. What is his name?
What did he
Why
say?
would you do
I didn't
that?
hear what he said.
He just said it right.
You're
I don't
doing
know
this
what
in
he
the
said.
middle of the scuffle?
He said it right as you were trying to say his name, so we all missed it.
What's his name?
His name is Ferrum, but you didn't hear it. Only Locknar did. Ferrum.
I have a passive perception of 19. I think
what
I
does he
heard
say?
it. Thank you.
There's.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
He's whispering. I don't think you'd hear it.
God damn it.
Classic
I tell you
Locknar
this
form.
because
Off
this
his
fight
name.
is over.
Is it really?
What?
He
Shit, I'm
slammed
about
you
to
in the
make you
chest. And let's see here. What does this do exactly?
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
I'm giving you some of the money. Actually, you don't know that yet.
Okay,
Might-
so you don't take any damage from this attack. He just hits you in the chest. And then you feel your body start to
Wait, what?
shake and tremble. And you can't,
They
your
shoot him
legs
for-
start spasming, your arms start spasming, and he just starts
Oh,
walking
no.
away from you.
Oh no.
I can't do anything.
Yes, you can still move.
But I'm in just.
And you see him, he walks off, and then he says a single word under his breath. You can't quite hear it. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Imagine if he rolls a natural 20 here and just is like, what was that? You bitch.
It's a natural 14. Plus Constitution is
Just, oh god.
17.
You do succeed on the save.
Oh.
However, you take 10d10 necrotic damage.
I'm gonna throw up everywhere.
Hold on, this doesn't sound like a monk thing. Can I do like a perception check?
It is a monk ability. Look on page 80 of the player's handbook.
Okay, I'm just making sure he's not cheating.
What? I want to know what he's.
That is a thing. It's a monk thing.
I know. I
I
just
forget what
wanna
it's
know
called
what it
though, so
is.
you might go ahead and check it. For the
I just
viewers, you
don't
might as well
know.
check what it's called.
And
I
Brady.
can't help it. Shut up.
Give me a second.
Brady,
Okay,
yes.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm missing my D10. I think it's up in my room or something.
Rolling the
Okay.
damage, Corey, don't worry.
Called Abby.
Locknar, you take 53 points of damage.
Halved.
Ooh.
It's halved,
No, it's
right?
not halved. No, rage does not half necrotic damage.
Locknar, please tell me you live, my man.
No. Nope.
So Locknar,
It's
you
like-
turn around.
Jacob specifically
look
built
at
this
him.
character for the sole purpose of
What do you say as you collapse unconscious?
Who are you?
And then Locknar falls to the ground, the sand dispersing out. The crowd is speechless. There is no sound. You could hear crickets in the night. The robot man goes over. He grabs a small pouch of gold. He pours it out. There's 5 gold in his hand. He puts it back in, puts the pouch back on, walks off.
Can I start
What?
crying?
What's it called, Abby? What was the
Oh,
called?
quivering palm.
It's called
Sorry, I was
Quivering
fighting-
Palm. If you
fighting
didn't
with
succeed on that save, it automatically drops you to 0.
Well, I'm below 0.
Yeah. But
So-
you're not dead.
Yeah. Thank God.
Shit.
Thank Dionysus.
The
I'm
crowd
gonna slowly
starts going over to the pile of money and starts taking their. No one's cheering. No one's excited. Everyone's just kind of dumbstruck. Locknar still
gonna
lays
walk
in
up
the
to
pit
Locknar.
as the torches begin
I'll
to
walk over
come
to
up.
Locknar.
One of the organizers comes over to you, Anzu. You know, I've never seen the champion bleed like that. Your friend, there's something about him.
Yeah, there's something about him that made me lose 2,000 gold.
Well, you still won 4,000 in total, didn't you?
It's not the same.
Well, he's always welcome here.
Leave me alone.
All right. Do you guys want to take a short break?
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
necessary.
Okay.
We'll take a
yeah.
short. We'll take a short 5-minute break, and then we'll be right back.
We get locked
All right.
into,
What are you
like,
guys
that
gonna
one-
do? The
fucking
pit
room
is
with-
basically gone now. All that's there is Locknar, lying face down in the dirt.
Existential crisis.
Everybody's pretty much left.
Can I just kind of like lean on Locknar, kind of like sit on him and just kind of?
I'm gonna stabilize him because no one's
Oh.
done that yet. I'll just go ahead and
Well, I was-
stabilize him.
Oh,
I
that
mean,
was
I was-
non-lethal
You can do your-
damage, so he doesn't need
Okay.
stabilized.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
go
didn't
do
know.
it. Someone was just talking.
I was
I'll do the
scared
one
'cause,
thing
like,
I'm
he's
good
been-
for.
You're good for a lot of things.
No.
I don't know.
I'm a
You're
terrible
a
healer.
good fighting cleric.
Yeah,
Not a-
I'm
you're-
very.
you haven't played a healer.
very
You've been playing
versatile.
good fighting cleric.
That's a good way of putting it. Versatile.
Yeah, I'm very versatile.
Just
And I
haven't
like
lost
that.
a lot of.
I'll cast
All
Cure
right,
Wounds
so-
at 3rd level.
Okay.
1,
So
2,
Locknar, you
3,
regain consciousness. A
5,
little bit of sand
Bruce.
in your mouth.
11.
I threw
16.
I throw 600. Thrown a sack of 600 gold next to Locknar, and Locknar, that was a good fight.
What happened? I don't even remember what
Let
happened
one
the
of
last.
the other guys explain it,
Well,
and then
no.
I'm gonna walk over and throw Anzu his money that I was giving him, and her money as he's, or like to the side as she's helping. Locknar up.
Zygon's gonna walk over to him and explain what happened. You lost, bud. The robot got you.
Fucking robot. I don't even know what robots are.
But you did
That's
win me
a
some
that is
money.
a very fair point. Most of you don't even know what a robot is.
It'd just be a golem, right, or a construct.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the simplest have the greatest, insight into life, don't they? Yeah.
Right.
Did you just wake up
No.
as like this extreme, like rebirthed?
I'm just
Reawakened
imagining that
as, like, a
Locknar is
guru?
like Mongo in Blazing Saddles, where he's like, Mongo is just pawn in Game of Life.
Guys,
What are you guys gonna do? It's pretty
I
dark
feel
out here.
very, very humbled.
what did that guy say? The
Yeah.
cloud, like cloud top or whatever
Cloud
Yeah,
Top
the
District.
district. Shit,
I
we
think
would
we
have
should
to
go find-
get all the way up there.
So Bastion comes over to you, Locknar, as you're getting up. Well, I would have warned you if I thought the champion was coming. But
Yeah, that would have been helpful.
here's your cut of what we made, and he hands you a pouch, and the pouch is like yay big. It's like a big bag of money. Well, if you're around, the next fight's in a week.
How much is in?
I don't know what they'll throw against you, but you're here until you get beat, if you want.
I'm gonna need some time.
How much did you make, Locknar?
That's fair.
Tell me.
Locknar needs some time. Locknar needs some time alone.
Locknar
That's
getting
fine.
money for-
Locknar is gonna take his pile of money, throw it in his sack, and then just kind of walk out the door.
You're not in a building. You're in a hill.
Well, how
Well,
much did he make?
He's just gonna
Are you
start
gonna walk
walking.
towards the city, or are you gonna walk away from the
It
city?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He's
He's
gonna
just
Okay,
gonna
do
start
Locknar
that.
just starts
He thinks there's no
walking
way.
off.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do?
Where are
Do
you
we follow
going?
him?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him for a minute.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to hide my tears.
Okay. Bastion's taking his cart back. You hear a jangling as he goes up the hill.
I don't know what to do.
Comfort him.
Locknar's just gonna plop down and just look at the moon.
Okay.
I'll plop down next to him. I'll also look at the moon. Because she's my best friend.
The moon is my best friend.
And I'll like hold my hand out, and I have that like tattoo that I never talk about of the Moonweaver symbol on my hand, and I'll just start tracing it and like look up at the sky.
Okay.
Such a sentimental moment.
Anzu, did you say you're following them too?
Yeah.
Okay. You come up with the hill because their legs are longer than yours, so it takes you a little bit, and you see Locknar and Thea sitting there looking up at the moon.
I'm gonna probably go in between the small gap in between them. Just gonna cram myself in and just sit down.
You see Anzu squeeze in. He sits down.
I mean,
this
we
is the
didn't
first
lose
time
a
we've
lot.
had someone lose a fight, isn't it?
We've, you know,
Yeah, I
We've
think
lost
so.
a fight in a long time.
I don't know if you've ever lost a fight.
we haven't. Besides from me
No,
getting my
not like
finger
this.
ripped
If we
off.
have, this is a sad moment for the group. We thought we were so invincible until we hit this wall.
Say it in game or don't say it at all.
Man, why you gotta put salt in the wound?
Zygon and Animas.
I'm not saying it in game, so you don't have to. You're not by Zygon.
Zygon is counting his gold that he just
Okay.
won.
Shit.
He sees Locknar walking off.
So Zygon, in the pouch that you got, there's a small note mixed in with the money.
What?
All right, he's
Can't
gonna
read
read
shit.
it
Okay.
to himself.
Okay. Here, I will message it to you through Discord.
Can he read it?
Okay.
Zygon can read.
Oh, Zygon guy. I thought Locknar got it.
Jeez. While you're doing that, I'm gonna cast divination. And not as like a ritual or anything, just like to my goddess, because the moon's full. I figure I could probably talk to her kind of easy. Maybe I'll like set out some of my incense because I think I have to, and I'm just gonna be like, "Do you think Locknar will ever beat that guy?" Like, you know, in my head, so he doesn't hear it, and then you have to answer me.
You hear a voice, and the voice is strangely familiar. Maybe.
Good to know.
Whose fucking voice was that?
You didn't hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Marvin in your head, kind of.
I would like to use reduce on Locknar to make him like a manageable size, and then
Oh
just,
my
He's
God.
4 feet tall now.
just give him a big.
Locknar, do you want to be shrunk?
No,
Okay, then
no.
you make a
That's like the
save.
last thing I want to be.
He going shrink.
Then you
You
have to make
dick.
a save.
Good luck. I got a 17 full save DC.
Just gonna help him
Constitution
sit here
saving
and
throw.
Oh, Constitution.
drown in his sorrows.
I was trying to have a moment.
I'm small. Now I'm really pissed. You know what? For this, I'm gonna kick Anzu in the balls.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 10
Okay.
with my
Yeah.
Constitution modifier.
So
Yeah, I'm small now.
Locknar is now 4 feet tall. He's still twice the size of Anzu.
Oof.
Wait, twice the size. I'm 4 feet. Wait, no, I'm 3 feet tall. Never mind.
No, you're 2 feet tall.
I'm 3 feet tall.
He's
Oh,
3 feet
okay.
tall.
He's a foot taller than
Literally
you
this
still.
tall. You're this tall.
much bulkier though. Much bulkier.
I'm gonna pat
He's
Locknar.
essentially like now Locknar is like a Goliath size or a dwarf-sized Goliath,
Oh my
essentially.
God. I'm gonna pat Locknar on the shoulder and be like, I got a strong
You
mage that you'll
asshole!
beat the-" Like, I got a strong
Make a attack roll, Locknar.
Okay, you can try it.
13 plus
Make a
5. What? 18? 18?
18, that hits. Go ahead and roll
Cool.
damage. So this will be d6 plus your strength.
Guys.
11. 11 to the balls.
Anzu, you take 11 damage and you are knocked prone.
I'm gonna laugh.
I never healed.
Whole
from our last-
episode's just like an anime.
I never healed from our last match. I had 11
Huh?
health.
We did not.
How?
Yes.
We
Well,
slept.
We went
So-
to sleep.
so-
We went to sleep.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, so you would have been full health.
Oh, okay.
It was 2 weeks ago. I'm just gonna
We've
laugh.
been gone for a
Oh.
while.
That's hilarious.
I'm
But
gonna.
this pisses Locknar off more, so he storms off to another hill.
Okay. Oh, I need you to make a concentration check, Anzu.
Hmm? Oh yeah.
Yeah, just roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
17.
Okay, you maintain concentration on the spell.
I'm gonna
He
yell
stormed
after.
off.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell after him and be like, I got a strong maybe that you'll beat him if you try again. Please come back. I can't
Okay,
yell.
Zygon, did you get the note?
He did.
Okay.
He's just gonna
I'm
pocket
gonna
it.
look at
and
Zygon.
then, go ahead.
What are you doing, Animas? What are you doing?
It's starting to lag a little bit right now.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Here we go, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna look at Zygon. I didn't see him like grab the note or anything.
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't
didn't see
paying
him
close
palm it
attention.
or anything. You
But,
just see him
as I
counting money.
watch. Oh no! I'm not even gonna like attempt to say that I tried to see that. I was watching Locknar walk away. Well, bad. I already gave him a little bit of my gold. I'm gonna look at Zygon, kind of like counting through his gold, and be like, Zygon, I am a drink, maybe, but he lost a good fight today, and you may owe him a little bit of that for the amount you have right there in front of you.
Zygon's just gonna pocket the gold and say, "All right, if he feels like washing away his sorrows, he can meet me down at the pub." And then Zygon's gonna go on his way.
Okay. Zygon starts walking back to the city.
We don't have like a place we're staying right now. We just know where the tavern is.
No.
Yeah, and you were told to go to the Cloud Top District,
I
so
think
you
we
have a
sh-
general idea of where you're supposed to go.
I think we
What
should
time
go.
of night is it right now?
It's about midnight.
I think we should
What were you
go.
gonna say, Abby?
I think we should go to the cloud top.
And by
What far away is
the
that?
pub, I
Jacob?
meant like Zygon was gonna look for a pub in the Sky District.
This guy.
In the Cloud Top District?
Or yeah, we're in
How long is it
Orlando,
gonna take
California.
you to the Cloud Top District?
I'm
Dang it,
gonna
Brady.
have Goo turn into a horse and
Okay.
head over there. If Mia wants to come with me, she can.
Like just follow you behind your jello
like-
horse.
Get on the Jello horse.
On the Jello horse.
I guess I'll get on the
Um,
jello horse.
Locknar, what are you doing?
Staring at the moon.
Just staring at the moon. Okay.
He needs some alone time.
Okay.
I feel you.
Oh, poor Locknar.
All right. Pull this up. Okay. Nope. Gosh dang it. There we go. Okay.
Dang, damn it.
Here we go. Okay. So you guys go through the slums again. You eventually get to the Temple District. You ask around a little, and they direct you to. You have to go south from the Temple District, and then once you get into the Central District, you head east, and then you should reach the Cloud Top.
Are all
so-
of us going?
I believe it's just Animas, the Anzu, and then Zygon was in front of you.
Okay.
Okay. So, Zygon, you get to the gates of the Cloud Top and you see two guards standing there, torches in one hand, lances in another. State your business.
What was the name of the guy that told us to go there?
Mathis Cypherus.
I'll just say, Mathis Cypherus told me to come out here.
Really? One moment, and he goes back behind the gate. He comes back. What was your name again?
Zygon. Atari.
All right, you're on the list. Come on in. And the gates.
All right.
These gates are iron, but they're like covered in gold. They're like gilded in gold.
And then I'm gonna ask, like, do you know where I can find him?
Yeah. So you go up this hill. Once you get to the palace, take a right. His estate is overlooking the names are hard. It's overlooking the erudite quarter. So just head east once you get to the palace. You should see it.
Okay, and then will I have him? I'm also gonna ask, where can I find the Dawnfather's villa?
Oh, so that's actually straight that way. So you look and you see this giant, like 7-story hotel overlooking. It's facing southwest, so it overlooks the Osmond Sea.
Okay, great. And I'll toss him a gold for his troubles.
Thank you, sir.
And
Be safe. Have a good night.
Yeah, there you go. Make my way up to meet Mathis.
You three get to the gate. Braun is also Braun. Once you guys get back into town, he actually splits off from you, and he tells you that he is going to confirm the mission to go hunt the Medusa at the Slayer's Stake, and he will see you in the morning.
Yeah.
So you three get to the gate. How can I help you?
I just burped.
In game.
We are here to get to meet
We're
Mathis.
here,
Mathis, right? Is that his name?
we're here to see
We're here to
Mathis.
meet the Master of Information, Mathis Cypherus.
Yes. Yes.
Names, please.
I am Anzu of the Flagon Slayers.
Oh god. My
Okay.
name's Thea.
Ever give them
And you,
a
sir?
name? And
And we are all of the Flagon Slayers.
I wish you wouldn't.
I don't care what you do in your free time, sir.
Oh.
He looks at the list. You're all on the list, so come on in.
And then I'll toss him a copper for his trouble.
a
All the way up there.
Thank you. Also, the enlarge and reduce has ended.
Oh.
So Locknar, you're back to your normal size. So Zygon, you walk through, and you see the palace. And once you get to the palace, you take a right. You see 3 large estates. All of them are relatively large. One of them is covered. It's like walled in. Another one is built like subterranean. Like the top of it is built ground level, and then it goes below. Like you see pillars that go down into the ground. You finally get to the last one. It's a lot simpler. It's the size of like an average mansion. It's not like a house, but there's no walls, there's no gates. There's just a nice like garden in front of the house with a fountain in the center.
Pretty ritzy.
Yeah, pretty ritzy, but this one is definitely the most underwhelming. It's very much like the fountain is slightly like you see a few cracks in the fountain. You see the garden. There's a few dead spots in the grass. It looks like this is maintained, but not by like top of the line maintenance people.
Okay. Do I see anybody walking around?
Make a investigation check.
21.
So you look around, you see a few people kind of milling around. It's mainly guards. You don't see anyone of like nobility or anything. There's also no common people here. It looks as though this place is reserved specifically for the political and military elite. But no one that really catches your eye.
Okay. Zygon's gonna approach one of them.
Okay.
And say hello.
Aye.
You wouldn't happen to know where I could find this Mathis, do you?
He's right over there. He's probably asleep at this hour, but I'm sure one of his servants would open the door for you if he's expecting you.
Thank you. And then Zygon's gonna make his way over.
All right, so it's the very it's the less fancy of the three. It's the very like oddly kept garden. You walk past the fountain, and the fountain depicts kind of a weird scene. It's a dragon that is in transition to like humanoid. So it's like starts as a dragon and then it like turns eventually into a human.
Interesting.
You've seen this happen before. You've seen it actually in real life. But it's weird that it's been depicted in stone. You go up to the door, you hit the knocker. A woman in like a maid uniform, not like maid uniform, frazzled out blonde hair, and she looks like you just woke her up, and she's like she's adjusting her outfit, making sure everything's in place. How can I help you?
Mathis spoke to me a few hours ago and told me to meet him.
Oh yes, you're part of the group that he was expecting. Please.
Yes. I'm a little ahead of everybody else.
Oh, that's fine. Please come in. He's been expecting you. So you go in, you look off to the left, and you see a large study, and you see Mathis, who is currently reading something that you can't quite tell what he's reading, but he's almost finished with it.
Okay, I'll walk in and kind of announce myself a little bit.
Okay, so you walk in. The maid tries and get in front of you. Sir, one of your guests has arrived. Thank you, Tabitha. Please. I can handle the rest this evening.
Hello.
Hello. Where is everyone else?
Oh, the big one didn't take his loss too well, so they're.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He needed a minute.
Did lose. Well,
Yeah, I believe they're on
Aram is
their
quite
way.
the fighter.
I could tell. It was quite impressive. I was glad that I made such a bet.
Yes, I didn't want to hurt your friend's feelings by betting against him, so I decided it best that I come home for the evening.
Yeah, I don't have any real problem with that.
I noticed. I need everyone to deafen themselves, please.
Damn it.
I'm good.
Corey's good. Okay, nobody listening. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
someone give me a thumbs up. Zach, give me a thumbs up when they're.
I got you. Zach, I just want to watch Zach's face while this happens. I imagine the real reason that you came early is because of the special circumstances that our friend has given you.
Our friend.
Yes,
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
Lady Vesper, I'm sure she told me what your true deeds are here.
Yes. I've been told to deal with What's his name?
Grinsbale.
Grinsbale. Yes.
Yes, when Vesper presented the information to me, I didn't know it to be true, but after some investigation on our end, we also believe that Grinsbale is trying to start a sort of conflict between the east and the west of Taldore. Of course, if you are caught in your mission, I never spoke of you, to you, or about any of this. Are we understood?
Crystal clear.
Good. Now, did you receive my note in your winnings?
I did. I was going to ask you. I understand you're a man of means, and I was curious as
You
to
could say that.
who would leave me such a note.
Well, you'll be meeting my contact tomorrow. He works in more of the unsavory places of Emon. He
my favorite.
he assures me that he has a way into Grinsbale's home that even Grinsbale himself does not know about. I have already paid him, so if he tries to ask for money, don't oblige him.
Noted.
But I believe the best course of action is to allow your friends to gather information in case you're unsuccessful. Once they have that information, we can do with it what we want.
Excellent. They don't know about my mission, but they do know that we are interested in finding this man.
Yes, Vesper notified me of everyone's intentions. Grinsbale is not a good man. He's disturbed. I did not want him on the council, but I was overruled. Just know that
Disturbed. What has he done
he,
outside of what we know has happened with Vesper?
his interest in Vesper, I believe, is that of stoking flames. I have gathered some information that suggests that he might be dabbling in necromancy in order to strengthen our armies. His heart might be in the right place, but his mind is not. I trust that you can deal with this problem, however.
Oh, he'll be dealt with. Rest assured.
Very good. You then hear a knock on the door. Okay, Zach, tell him it's okay.
We good.
So the three of you approach the house
Abby,
after asking a guard where Mathis is.
Abby's sideways.
Abby is sideways.
Hold on.
Abby is now frontways.
Here,
Alright, let me see if there
No, better.
Fix
yeah,
it.
there you go.
Okay. So you guys knock on the door.
Do we notice
Mathis,
all the fountain stuff too and all that?
Yeah, you see all that. Yeah.
Cool.
Mathis opens the door. Oh, friends, Zygon has already joined us. Please, if you would, and he directs you to the study.
Is there like a decanter full of alcohol or anything? I'm assuming it's
There's a
kinda ritzy.
few. Yeah, there's a few. There's one on his desk.
Zygon's gonna help himself to the closest one to him.
Okay, so you pour it. It's essentially whiskey. Can I offer anyone else?
And then he's gonna turn around. Yeah, go ahead.
Anyone?
I'll take one.
All right.
Don't want to be rude.
Yeah, I don't drink much, but tonight I may have one.
Very. I know that the team has suffered a great loss. Zygon informed me.
Nothing too bad. Still made money.
Well, let Locknar lick his wounds. He'll be back stronger than ever now that he knows the capabilities of those around him. Where's your feline friend?
He's off finishing a deal with the Slayers take.
Oh, he's a member of the Slayers take.
He's a
They
very
do great
strong
work in
little
this city.
kitty. He's a very sweet little kitty. I love him very much.
Taught me everything I know.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, Vesper has her thoughts on Grinsbale. She has given me some funds of 50,000 gold for you to use in your investigation. She does not care how it is used, but I would suggest using it for procuring things you'll need. I have been unable, as a member of the council, I have been unable as a member of the council to investigate Grinsbale on my own or use my agents. It is your job to find the information that Vesper believes he has and bring it to the proper authorities. You may stay here or wherever else you like in Emon while conducting your investigation. If asked who you work for, it's not me. If you are caught by the guards, I will get you out, but I can only do so much. If you are found doing anything too egregious, I will have to distance myself from you. Now, does anyone have any questions?
I have a question for you, Jacob. Remind me who Grinsbale is again.
So Grinsbale is the guy that was working with Vesper's brother to have her kidnapped.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know.
It's also good
He's
for
the guy
the
we were
audience
sent here
in case
for.
they missed it.
Do you have any leads about him?
Well, he is a member of the council. He should be back from Fort Daxio in a few days.
Where does
It
he
would
live?
actually probably be best for you to sneak into his home before he arrived.
Mathis, you think like me.
But, once again, if you're caught, I cannot help you. Trespassing on a council member's property is most likely not a good idea. He lives in the military district, so there will be a large guard presence there. You'll have to be careful.
What is his position on the council?
His position on the council? Is that what
Yeah.
you're asking?
Yeah.
Who, Mathis or Grinsbale?
I would love to know both.
So Mathis is the master of information. For like he's basically he runs like a spy network that takes care of the city.
Oh, so he's like Varys in Game of.
Yeah, or Littlefinger, kind of that.
Nice.
Grinsbale is a master of war, so he's in charge of the military essentially.
Interesting.
Now, if there are no more questions, I'll have Tabitha get your rooms ready, and you can rest for the evening.
Sounds perfect.
Sounds great.
Right.
See Tabitha.
And if Locknar comes in, I will treat him with the same hospitality, same as your friend Braun.
We appreciate it greatly.
Thank you. Just have at least like 3 kegs ready for.
Yes, we have our personal stores in the cellar. I'm sure he'll put a dent into them. Now, I will retire for the evening. Thank you all. And you see him, the book that he was reading, he puts it back on the shelf. And then he goes away, up the stairs to his room.
Is there anything interesting in that room?
What book he was reading, real quick?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
the
so
book.
you guys get the book. It is a history of Emon. Basically starting from before the city's founding to essentially like 20 years ago.
Guys, we need disguises.
Couldn't hurt.
I can disguise myself anytime.
We can get some disguises, some potions of invisibility. We can go all out on this shit.
Or we can buy a plot for a guild and say that that's important for this.
We could also do that. I don't mind that. I like that idea. Do we want to vote? I like
buy
that.
the plot, because... Well, let's talk about it maybe in the morning.
Oh,
Maybe let's figure out what we need to do first, and then.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
You guys
have Animas just go to bed.
Tabitha earlier, so she walks in. Everyone's rooms are ready. I put.
I know.
I put Thea off by herself, and the boys are on the other side, on the other wing.
Thank you, Tabitha.
Of course.
What's your last?
Hmm.
Do you have a last name?
Yes, it's Fredericks.
No. Audibly saying this,
appreciate
but
it.
I'm walking up to my room and I hear her say that, and I'm just gonna kind of stop for a second. Like my room.
And I'm gonna look at Animas because I'm sure I noticed him walking.
Yeah.
Can I mock like those crazy PTSD noises he makes? Like,
Yeah, you do that. And Tabitha looks at you. Are you okay, Mr. Zook?
oh, yes, I'm sorry. It's just an inside joke, you know. Oh, you'll get it eventually. You'll probably see it soon. It's that look in his eyes, you know, the one.
Okay.
Don't mind him. Where's my...
Your rooms are ready, though. Have a restful evening.
Thank you.
So you guys go to your rooms. Zygon, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, here we go.
Shit.
I'm going to use Dark One's Own Luck and re-roll that because it was a natural one. And then I'm going to use a lucky.
Okay.
That was a 3.
That's so funny.
Use another lucky because that was a 9.
Hilarious.
It's a 20.
20. Okay. You have a restful evening. Nothing really happens. Thea, on the other hand.
Fighting to sleep.
I need everyone to deafen themselves again.
Shit.
I get something.
damn
By the way, I want to do.
I gotta
something
jump
after
out
this,
anyway.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my computer on so it doesn't, but I gotta jump out after Abby's little thing here. So,
Yep.
Bye.
Maybe
That'll be
we'll-
how we'll end the stream, too.
okay, cool. Sounds
Okay,
good.
bye.
Locknar just standing.
I won't leave yet. I won't leave yet. I'll say bye to you guys after Abby.
Make sure everyone can't hear. The only person who should be able to hear is Abby, and I guess
Enjoy,
Zach.
haha.
Just do a motion when you're done, because I don't even know.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna go
love
grab a
Okay. So
luck.
you go to sleep, and then you start hearing, "Hey, hey." What are you gonna do?
Wait, what did I hear? Hey, hey, what?
Hey. Just hey.
Hey.
I don't know how to make this really work, but she said it was a thing I could do. So, and then in front of you appears Meryl with her
No.
purple eyes glowing slightly.
No.
I don't know what this means, but she told me to contact you.
Why?
I don't know. And she says she holds out her hand.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, as you grab it, your vision completely goes away. You're now standing in Singorn, and it is on fire. The entire city is engulfed in flames. You see dead bodies all around you. The vision once again changes. You see a humanoid figure standing on top of the capital, like the Palace of Singorn, as part of the wall is coming crumbling down. And you see an eye patch over one eye, and that's all you see, and it glimmers, and then the vision fades.
Chico, what the fuck?
I don't know what it means, but I'm kind of scared.
I think I have a vague idea.
I don't think I can do this much longer. And you see her image start to flicker, and then it's gone,
Oh my God.
and the dream ends. You guys can put your headphone. I don't know if Hunter can see.
Jacob.
Yeah, you're good.
Hello. So before I go to sleep, after raising a very peculiar son, does anything about Mathis stand out to me?
Are you asking, is he a dragon?
Yes.
Okay. There aren't any signs of him being a dragon. He might just be an enthusiast. You do see that there's a few books on the shelf about the lore of dragons, the history of dragons, like their abilities, stuff like that. But nothing that would suggest that he is a dragon.
So he is like somewhat interested in the subject.
Yes, he it looks as though he studies a lot.
I think Caleb just heard something that surprised. Oh, never mind. Okay.
But yeah, it looks as though he studies dragons.
I'm so sure.
Good.
There's books on all sorts of stuff. There's books on the Underdark. There's books on like different religions. There's books on like different cities, different histories. It's just like
just a sec. Not yet.
everything.
Are we gonna
Still
go
streaming?
later?
Yeah, we're almost done though.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
We've only been going.
Well, you guys all Locknar. Are you going to eventually make your way there, or are you going to be out in the fields all night?
Please come back.
Right now.
Under the table, paperback.
He's muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Corey, we can't hear you.
I'm so shook. Based upon.
He doesn't want to be heard.
Oh. Is Corey back? Brady's back. Sorry, guys. Tech is hard.
Back eventually.
Okay.
Week.
But yeah. So with that revelation,
I can't believe you, Jacob.
we will all see you next week.
You love it when
recap is
Jacob
on
blows
Wednesday.
your
We'll have
mind.
Hunter. We will
I'm
have
gonna
Hunter with us
scream.
as we do the recap. Also, Zach, thank you so much for running the stream tonight, guys.
Thank you,
Big shout out to
Zach.
Zach in the chat.
But you'll see him on the weekly recap.
Yeah, and watch him on the weekly recap. If you guys have some questions, you can tweet at us questions, or you can also ask them during the recap. So thanks everybody for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you.